With just over a month to go until Christmas, a lot of people probably thinking about putting the Christmas tree up and the lights along with that. Now, along with that comes a warning from fire officials to do so safely. Joining me now to talk about that is Deputy Chief of Fire Prevention in Mississauga, Samuel Williams. Thanks for being with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay, what is the number one thing you tell people ahead of the holiday season?
Well, I think when we're turning our minds towards decorating our homes, a lot of lights are going up. Electrical fires are always higher this time of year. We're running more extension cords around our houses. So the one thing we always like to tell people and remind them is take a moment when you're buying your Christmas lights, extension cords, adapters, look for that CSA seal on the packaging. Take the time to inspect your cords, the lighting, make sure there's nothing damaged, no frayed or barbed wires, no loose connections. If it's damaged, don't think that we can get it through one more season, throw it out. We just want to make sure that when we are plugging those lights in, because they do run sometimes all night while we're sleeping, that they are listed, they're approved, but they're also in good working condition. So that's one of the things we always remind people.
People might be putting their lights up this weekend. We've all seen Christmas Vacation. Should people avoid plugging too many lights into one socket? I'm guessing the answer is yes.
Yes, we all want to avoid that Chevy Chase moment for sure. Do not overload your extension cords or your sockets. No more than 3 standard size set of lights per extension cord. We want to make sure that you're only using outdoor lights outdoors. We never want to take the indoor lights outside. Fasten them securely so that they're not pulling on the outlets or any of the connections. And we want to run our wire safely and prevent overloading on our circuits as well. So.
The Christmas tree, always a big center of focus for many families. Besides keeping it from getting brown and not so great looking, why is it important to water your tree?
Well, there's a lot of information, and we'll have more on that later on in the year. If you're not watering your tree, it's going to, in the event of a fire, it's going to progress quite quickly, which could make it difficult to evacuate your home. So always use a live tree. If you are using a live tree, make sure you're checking it for freshness. You want it to be green. The needles are hard when you pull. Keep it away from fireplaces or radiators. Trees do dry out rapidly, so we want to make sure that we're constantly checking the water. And yeah, dried out trees can very quickly, with the contents of your room, it can transition into a full fire condition in your home in less than 1 minute.
We talked lights, electrical, Christmas trees. I'm also thinking candles. That's a bit of a risk this time of year too.
Yeah, well, I mean, to tie in with Christmas trees, we definitely don't want to use any candles on our Christmas trees. Never walk away from a candle. Always extinguish a candle if you're leaving the room, even if it's just for a minute or going to sleep. Obviously, they give a wonderful glow, but we want to keep them also away from other items that might catch fire, other combustibles on our counters in our house. We want them to be in a sturdy, burn-resistant container so that it won't tip over, especially if we have pets or children around. Can collect the dripping wax, which is also quite warm sometimes. And always consider using flameless candles. There's some wonderful LED options out that give you that warm glow without any of the risk.
A lot of this is common sense, but we get wrapped up in the holiday season and might not remember a lot of that. We appreciate the tips. That's Deputy Chief of Fire Prevention in Mississauga, Samuel Williams. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.